Just try one thing. It doesn't work, go to the next until you find something that is consistently working for you and making you money. Because one thing cannot work for everyone. It is not possible. Everybody does things a little different. Their presentation might be a little different. Their sales style might be a little different. The product that they offer might be a little different. So that's what we encourage as a team. But when you want to be a successful business owner, the most important thing you have to have is care and some passion. You don't have to be so passionate, like you're going to go change the world. You're going to become the Mother Teresa of insurance. No, that is not what is necessary. But some passion does have to be there, because when you're in a funk and when you're ready to give up, it's the passion that's going to move you and get you to the next place. So I want this, as always, you guys know, I like interactive sessions because I want everyone, we're all training, and we're training to be better, and we're becoming speakers as well. Everyone doesn't have to be made to sit behind computer screens. Some of you are made for stages, and you have to prepare for that. Your moment, what if you're so good and you have a moment to come on the stage and speak? Here is a company that's new in America. It's still a couple years old. The opportunity is there for you to be on stage. So make sure you get off the mic and talk and explain and, expand on your thoughts, because I want to hear and I want to learn from you as well. So why are some of you here? What do you hope to accomplish in this business? If you can come off your mic, you can take turns, you can speak at one time. It doesn't matter. Why are you here?
At the bottom, there's a button that says raise your hand. So just kind of raise your hand. And
okay, so Raza wants it organized. So raise your hand and share. I would like everyone. We have so many team members. I really want you to get comfortable with speaking, because this is part of our job. We have to talk to people. If you don't talk to people, you will not make sales. If you don't talk to people, you are not going to help any families.
And
so
leaders can go first if you want to.
There we go. Okay. Joy Loves.
Lorraine.
That's an excellent name.
You guys,
Why are you here?
Raza put us out here when he said leaders, and that's what I'm aiming for. So, I could not put my hand up. So thanks a lot, Raza.
Love it.
I'm actually here for passive income, for income that's going to outlast me, my children, and my children's children. And that's what I'll be discussing with Vanessa, how it's different from anything we've ever been exposed to, where if I work really hard and do something right the first time, that it'll take care of my family's family, and so on and so forth. That's what motivated me to come here and leave where I was going to go. So it's the passive income for me. And of course, helping people.
So you're talking more about the legacy plan that Experior offers, where your family's family and their family, without even a license, can enjoy your business. Thanks for sharing that. That's a big point. That's one of the big reasons Raza does this. He is doing it as a life insurance for the family, because he, unfortunately, because of a pre-existing heart condition, he can no longer get qualified for life insurance. So Experior's offer is his life insurance. He wants to leave our family, our children, me, and all of that with a legacy that will keep taking care of us, even when, hopefully when he's 125 and he goes away, So that's very important to us. Thank you for sharing. I saw a couple of hands up. Sabina. I guess, Sabina, if you can come off of mute. Oh, that's Kazi. Okay, you might not be able to get off of mute. No problem. Valletta?
Hi.
Kazi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Brother, sister Imrana, there's a guest named Moshumi. She is a special aid teacher. I just tell her today a few minutes ago, and she is joined with the team. And she just mentioned me. I know that she has a 7 years old special boy, but she told me all three of his son is this special. So I told her that we are all special. Can you talk? Can you mention her name? She lives in New Hyde Park, Nassau County, Long Island, one of the
Okay,
richest
welcome.
richest county in the New York state.
Wonderful. Welcome, Moshimi. And we're so glad to have you on the call. This is a great business if you have to be with your family. This is certainly a business that you can work around your family. So if you are thinking about it, definitely consider a business like this because it does have that passive element where you can build out an agency, but also it has the element of you are your own boss, which you can't do if you have to clock in. So definitely consider this if you are looking for an income, a side income. Thank you. And the next person, Valletta.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I just
Welcome.
want, thank you.
Hello.
Hi, I just wanted to share that, coming to Experior, and thank you, Jamil, has actually given me, I feel like it's going to take me where I have wanted to go for a long time. I'll put it that way. I've sold so many different things. I even used to sell legal shield. And so I've sold products, in my lifetime. And before this, I was an agent with another life insurance company. But I wanted to find that niche, something that would help me to help others, number one, because that's always been a passion of mine to be able to help somebody else. And to find that is like a jewel because that's what we're supposed to be about and being able to edify one another and bless one another. And that's my goal is to be able to help my family, my friends, anybody I know. And don't want to leave nobody behind, but sometimes people just don't get it. That's unfortunate. But maybe as they see us growing and things are happening, maybe they'll get on board, but that is my passion, just to help somebody else. Of course, I want to make the money. Of course, I want to be able to retire early. I work a full-time job and, it'll be time for me to retire soon. So I want to have that nest egg there for me and that I can also be able to bless my family, so it's a lot there for me being here with Experior. So I do appreciate it. I'm very thankful.
And guys,
I love your
Valletta
answer.
Valletta was the one that made it in the first month in the top 4 for Mexico. You are up there, Valletta. You got to keep in the top
I
4.
Yes. Okay.
I just got two more just waiting for them to come in.
Awesome.
Awesome. I love Valletta's answer. And if everybody can pay attention, that's what passion is about. After your family, after you take care of yourself, after you buy the fancy car, the houses, and you go on the vacations you want to go on, and you get to create college funds and all of that beautiful stuff that you really, really, really want. There is something, your true why is never all of that.
Yep.
I know that's going to be weird for you to hear, but I've attended enough classes, and Raza does a really great course on finding your why. But your why is far greater than just your family and the ones you have. You have to probably sit down and do a workshop. There's a lot of videos on YouTube, and you can probably find Raza's video. But finding your why is it's gonna give you so much inspiration because some of you are lost and you're going for a why that you thought was your why, that the world told you was supposed to be your why, and that you felt should be your why. But it's really not. It's really, really not. When I did a workshop, my why was that I want to be at peace. And that could be various things, but that solved a lot of my reason to wake up and keep doing what we do and keep being energized. I found my reason. So all of you, I really encourage you, your why has to be deeper than just the things that we think we need for our family and us and our loved ones. Valletta's why seemed a little greater because she wanted to help others. She wanted to help others have their finances in check. She truly cares about making someone else happy. That's a different kind of why. That why will wake her up every day.
Yeah.
Because family, things happen in your family. You can get tired, and it's an expectation to take care of your family. So for some people, it will drive you, and it's a great drive. but you need something even bigger and greater than that. Even though it sounds like that should be your biggest why, it's really not. It could be greater than that.
And your whys will change as you achieve new heights and new levels of achievement. Your whys will continue to change, and you will evolve to the next level.
Yeah. And when you sit down and do this, I'm going to share an experiment that we had done in one of our first Xperia conferences. We decided to do the why workshop. And we sat down, and in one of our uplines, I'm not going to say their name, was doing the worksheets that we had made out. And in it, after a while, she figured out that her why was to talk to her daughter that had stopped talking to them several years ago because she found someone, got married, moved out, had a baby, and all that. And she cut off all ties with their parents because their parents were not happy with this young, marriage. And so she cut off ties and refused to speak to them for the past 5 years. And so on her why, she said, I want to speak to my daughter and develop a relationship, even though her husband didn't know this. She didn't even talk about it out loud. It was very internal. And she wanted to share that the reason she shared this with us was after we all came back from lunch, she was crying. And we were like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? She's like, I have to share with everybody what happened. And even though it's very personal, very private, I'm going to share. She had wrote down that she wanted her daughter to talk to her. And her daughter, I don't know if it was a feeling or a calling, her daughter called her after 5 years and wanted to see her mom. And we were shook. But the heart is so powerful. The mind is so powerful that if you truly, really want something and you truly, really ask for it and your heart and your mind aligns and you want it so bad, nothing can stop it from making it happen. Nothing. The world cannot stop what needs to happen. That's how powerful your why should be, that everything aligns. And that is a true fact. One day, maybe I can bring somebody on the phone call to share that truly did happen. It truly happened. It was very scary for me to see that, but it was very powerful. Zalailam, if you can share why are you here?
Thank you, Imrana. Thank you so much.
Hey, Zalailam, she said your name right too.
Yeah, she beautifully. Yeah. Thank you. I have a passion in this industry. As a minister, I do all what I do is in words, in deeds, is for God's glory and for the blessing of others. That's, I have seen so many tragedies in our communities, in different communities, because of, failing to put something in place.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have a passion to help, even though one of the reasons is to leave a legacy for my family, but I have to help people. I don't want to see that tragedies, people has to be educated. People has to be helped. So by that, living for God's glory and being a blessing for others by helping, be blessed, one of person said that it's not about all money. The money comes after that. The more we help people, the more we be blessed. That's I strongly believe. So we have also people, back home, my wife and me helping, back home in Africa, needy peoples who don't have anything, who don't have anybody to help them. We're still helping them, but we have to more, organized and try to help them, make them how to fish, so that they can settle by themselves. So I have a passion.
I love that. When people say money doesn't solve all problems, no, it doesn't. For sure helps you solve other people's problems.
Yeah.
That's why you make a whole bunch of money. If you were a multimillionaire and billionaire, you can easily solve many people's problems. That's why you need to make more money. If you really truly want to help other people, you can help them by giving, voluntary acts of community service, sure. But we can help so much more aggressively and so many more people if you earn a little bit more from your activities. Thank you for sharing that. I think that's, you have a heart of a minister, and that clearly shows. Appreciate you. Aisha, you're next.
The reason I do this is because it's the right thing to do, and I come from the financial industry where people have been brainwashed to have 401ks. And I think it's imperative to give people the option to have another way to make their money grow and have their money work for them versus vice versa. So I do it because it's the right thing to do. In fact, I was at dinner yesterday and there was these young men who just have this have this business that they do windows and they put up windows for different industries, and they were having this conversation about this podcast that they were watching, and they were listening to, and how this person empowered them. Like, okay, these guys are from the right mindset. They were young men in their 20s. And I just started talking to them and I was like, hey, what have you guys, you have your own business, what have you started doing for retirement? Oh, I'm doing something, a savings account. I'm like, well, what if I were to give you an alternative? And I just have the conversation. I don't care. I'm not afraid of rejection. I'm just going to go ahead and say what I have to say, because I feel like whether someone does it or doesn't do it, they should have the empowerment behind a decision that they can make that is sound for them. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I continue to do this.
Thank you for sharing. And just a little bit about Aisha. She's been in the financial industry for a very long time, where points where the stock market crashed. And she's spoken about this in front of a lot of people before, where during the stock market crash, people were calling her, families were calling her because their family member, sorry if it's graphic, unalive themselves because they couldn't deal with losing their entire retirement because it dropped so badly. Now she has a different passion because she's seen on the other side what it does to people when they are not advised properly, when people are not given education that you are privy to. You have a license. You have been told there are better investments. You have been told there are safer places to put people's retirement. You know this. You have to go out and talk to people because you have knowledge that they do not. Isn't that the whole purpose of having more knowledge than the next person? Is that you can share? Like someone said, teach someone how to fish. They will never starve. Their generations will not starve. If you can give your community, your family, this little bit of information that helps them not starve in their retirement years, why wouldn't you do that? You have integral information in your hand. It is your responsibility to talk to everyone. I'm saying this, you are responsible. One day, your insurance license will become a fiduciary relationship. They are putting that into words. They are going to put up laws, and those changes might happen sooner than you want. You will have a fiduciary relationship for your client as an insurance agent in the very near future. These things are happening. These changes are about to happen. And what does that mean? That it is your absolute responsibility to do right by people when it comes to money. It is your responsibility. Treat it like you are a fiduciary right now. You are responsible for people, and you are responsible to share the knowledge of preventing a tragic market loss. It is election year. It is the time of annuities. Help people move their money before the stock market crashes, because not everyone at 57, 62 needs to be in the market. That is incorrect. They are way too risky in a risky place. As I can do securities, I can do investments. I have learned that most advisors are putting people in the stock market, and they don't belong there. They should be in fixed income accounts, which all of you have a license to do. People are incorrectly placing them in stocks to make more money. It is not proper of them because they don't have an insurance license to put them in fixed accounts that don't lose principal. So make sure you go out there and share that. It is your responsibility. Just like Aisha has seen what happens when people lose their entire retirement and they don't know how to face the future, because it's very scary. You've worked your entire life for this, and now it's gone in thin air. It will never come back. How do you wake up again? That's very scary. So remember that you can change lives because you have information that the average person does not. Zohori.
Hi. Okay, so I'm basically brand new, not just to all this. Well, not brand new. My mom has been in the industry for like well over a decade now.
Wow.
But yeah, and she came to Experience, I think like 5 years ago it was. But I'm new in the sense that I just came to the United States because I was in Canada, but then I got married to an American boy, and now I'm here. And yeah, I would say like before, my mom got me passionate about Experior and whatnot, but I never really found that I had the time to do it because I was working up there. But now that I'm here and I'm waiting on my paperwork and whatnot, um, suddenly I have time, right? And but the thing is, now that I've got that time, I'm realizing that that has become my why is my time. I was always told, because I'm only 24, but I was always told like, oh my gosh, you have all the time in the world, and like to a certain extent, like yeah, maybe that's true, but the quality of that time is very, very dependent on, in a lot of ways, a lot of like money. And the way I see it is that I already have, I love that there's so many people of faith in this room. The way I see it is that my ultimate why is my faith in Jesus Christ. And I believe he's bought me all the freedom in the world that like no amount of money could ever buy me. But with that being said, um, money and that stability would still grant me the ability to have the lifestyle that I have now. I'm able to be a housewife and able to take care of my household, and greet my husband at the door, make him food, like make recipes. I just love the lifestyle. Um, and I feel as though if it weren't for this opportunity, I don't know that I would be able to maintain this lifestyle in which I feel like I'm serving my husband the best way I can. There are other women who are called to serve their husbands differently, but this is how I've been called to serve my family. And especially because we want children one day, I would love nothing more than to have the freedom just to stay home with them without worrying about if we can keep the roof over our head. And also just so that I could support my husband too, so that he's not inundated with that heavy burden on his shoulders that he has to provide. Otherwise, we're going to lose everything. Um, because as a man, he definitely feels that sense of purpose when he works with his hands. I would just prefer if he was in a position in which he could work with his hands, but not feeling as though it's life or death if he doesn't. So, so yeah, I feel like my biggest why is my time. Um, and finding that freedom that people keep telling me at my age I should have, but that you can't get by like ordinary means. So
Thank you for sharing that. I mean, she is someone who is coming from Canada, and her mom is a big time leader in Experior, and we're working directly with her, which we're super excited for that relationship.
Yeah,
So,
welcome. This is your
yeah.
first meeting with us, with our team.
yay.
What do you think about it?
I love it. Honestly, like I was gonna say earlier, but I was cooking dinner. Uh, for the first half, I love how simple it made Xperia out to be because it really is. But not only that, I love how you made it clear that like your journey is your journey when it comes to how you build your business in Xperia, because it can be very easy for people to be like, oh no, like the way I did it obviously works, so everyone has to do it. And it's like, oh no, because you're an
No,
individual. So I love that you mentioned that individuality.
thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy you're here. And if everybody caught on, she's coming from Canada to the USA. She can build in Canada and the USA. Talk
Yeah.
about
Wow.
freedom of really building your business and being so young. She's already seen the light. Some of us see this in our 40s and 50s where we're like, dang, I wish I had more time. Time is more valuable than anything. It really is. Time slips away and it'll never come back.
So
And so she realized it sooner than most of us, which is amazing.
yep.
And I hope she gets to live the life that she imagined. Somebody was saying something. Jamil, yeah.
I just want to live in Highland Park. That's my wife.
I love when Jamil comes on and gives such a simple why. For everyone that doesn't know, Highland Park is in Dallas. It's the most sought after neighborhood with old money. The presidents live there. It's a big deal. Highland Park is it's the who's who. Okay, so he wants to live there and belong where the who's who belongs. So just so everyone else knows what that means.
He wants a zip code change, yeah?
It's a city inside of a city with its own zip code. Like it's incredible. You should strive to live there. Everybody should strive to live. Not everybody. It's I don't want it too saturated. Some of you guys should strive to live in Highland Park. I would love to have Amy as a neighbor. We can grab a
Pastor just
coffee every
texted
morning.
me that he's gonna take you down.
Huh?
Pastor just texted me he's gonna take you down.
The
And
leaderboard says like, no, let me stop. Let me stop.
Hey, I was
I stopped, Eddie. Don't start your stuff. Don't
Hey.
start your stuff now. I stop.
Speaking of Pastor Eddie, his wonderful daughter Brianna is up next.
Oh, sorry, I was talking on mute. So
No worries.
my why would be mainly just the freedom. Before I came to Xperia, I was working a full-time job and it was draining the life out of me, like quite literally. I was losing a lot of weight. I was stressing almost every day. There was like demanding metrics I had to reach. In a work from home environment. I don't know if some of y'all work from home, but I mean, it just is a lot. It's like mental deterioration. And so when I came over to Xperia, it was like a whole different light. Like the people being nice, the energy, just like the supportiveness of the team. It really felt like a true family and not like fake niceness, like how it was in my job, where it's like they're nice and then they hit you over the head with a warning or a verbal or something that just makes your heart drop. It was like genuine. And I just like the feeling of like having a community and a safe space. You know, I can come to these meetings and feel empowered when I leave, and just it's already been changing things for my family. Like we're able to have more time. Me and my husband are able to spend more time together. I'm able to have more freedom to just, do the things I really like to do, which is expand my social media. I've been able to get my social media to a point where I'm getting paid now just from, transitioning from literally a
Wow.
job to Xperia. So it's really been a blessing. So yeah, that was my main why, just the freedom and being able to really expand into my talents and going after my dreams.
yeah, guys, Brianna's a TikTok expert and she generates a lot of her leads on just doing TikToks. So definitely follow her.
Yes. All of
Link up
them are
with
from
her,
TikTok.
follow her.
Yep.
She's our team superstar, so please definitely follow this young lady. She knows what she's doing. I need to follow her and copy what she's doing. Clearly,
Yeah, I
she's
think
doing well.
Sabrina, she's going to do a training for all of us, right?
She's supposed
Yes.
to. I'm
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
her some time. I don't want to scare her off, you know?
Yeah, next Tuesday, Brianna.
For real?
Hey, give you a deadline.
Okay, I'll start preparing.
So yeah, everybody look out for her and do follow her. She does some great stuff. We can all learn to expand, and I'll end the conversation soon with that. But just a few more speakers. Amy, please, if you can get off of mute, and then after her will be I think it was Teresa. Yes.
All you guys are just hilarious. I love you guys. It's great to be with
Love you.
family and people that want to share and help teach you and you teach them. One of my greatest whys was my family members had passed away with no insurance. And so the burials were a GoFundMe thing. So I told myself that I wasn't going to put my kids in that situation. So that was one of my first reasons of why I wanted to do this business, because one, two, I knew that in retirement I wouldn't have the money that I needed to live the way that I feel as though I deserve to live compared to raising three kids by myself. So, because that was very dramatic and harsh. But anyway, that being said, Experia I have found is the best vehicle to do that, because I've been with other companies and they're just not everything that they claim they are. I mean, they're good people and all, but it just didn't satisfy me and my clients that were asking me about certain products, and they didn't have those. So, but because I'm still staying in the industry, when Lorraine actually called me to want to do a policy on me, I liked her pleasantness. I was able to share some personal things with her, and more like a sister. And so it made it easier for me when I finally did decide to come into Experior. I connected with her first, and wherever she said she wasn't with the other company anymore. So this is where she was. And I said, you know what? Tell me a little bit about it. And then so she did. And I'm like, well, that's just amazing. I want to join. I want to get in there. So that's how I got here.
I love it. And you have a really great upline and you're an amazing person. Always there, always learning, always building, always teaching. So I appreciate you so much. We love you back. Miss Teresa, if you can go next, please.
Yes, ma'am. So I just wanted to give some words of encouragement to the team, especially the younger folks on here. I've had 20 years in the life insurance industry as of last June. 20 years ago, I was teaching people about dividend paying whole life and how to use it for private banking. And all of these IMOs and FMOs, they wanted to celebrate the big cases, but they didn't want to celebrate like this team does the $300 a month cases and what that does for a family. And so my very first conversation with Carmen and Raza, that changed everything for me. After 20 years in the business, for this highly independent, feisty, spicy Southern woman to want to be a member of a team and celebrate all the great things with you guys, that was a really big deal for me. But I want to encourage each and every one of you who might be new to the business. You're in for a fantastic career where you're literally changing people's lives. I delivered a $1.5 million death benefit check last January to a very beloved member of this community. And that day changed my life. And that's how I knew that I needed a team that would support me in the small victories as well as the big ones. So I feel very blessed that the Lord brought Carmen and Raza into my life. And in meeting them, I've met all of you. And finally, I'll say, God tells us two things in his word. He tells us, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. We only know what we've been taught, trained, and educated by a system that our grandparents used in a totally different market and a totally different economy. And the Bible also says, don't be conformed to this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your minds. We have to teach our clients why they need to do things differently, plan differently, save for retirement differently. And that's what I love, hearing all of your stories. So I just wanted to encourage each and every one of you. And if you want to talk to one of the old dogs in the business, with Carmen and Raza's permission, you come and talk to me, because I'll tell you about the good times and the bad times. And I'll encourage each and every one of you to keep going and do great and mighty things for your clients.
That was a great share. And our team, you don't need permission. We all talk to each other. If you can be easily swayed in the wrong direction, you were not meant for us. So that's what we believe. Be transparent, be open, and be giving. That's the best way to operate. I appreciate you so much and your kind words. Thank you for sharing that. But as you heard it from someone who's been in this type of industry for so long, celebrating that you're actually helping families is the most important thing you can do, because that's going to drive you, that's going to drive your business. And not only that, she said something which kind of rang to me, that she wants a legacy of hers where she trains other people to do the same thing, where they go on and change families' lives. That is such an important thing. Where else could you do that? Where you leave a legacy of people helping other people behind? Nowhere else. You guys have that opportunity to not just be someone that did something. You have a legacy to be someone that helped others do something over and over and over again. How do you take all that care that you guys shared, all that amazing stuff? I'm so glad that you all came off of mute and shared that. I'm sorry my video is not on. Otherwise, we'd be logged off because the internet's really bad here. But thank you for sharing why you are here. Now take that, add a little bit of innovation. We at Wealth Makers want you to be innovative. You heard some of the TikTok and what other people are doing, what we as a team are moving towards. We're very, very high on tech, very high on that. You might think, oh, I can't go on TikTok. I'm too old. Then I encourage you to sit down on TikTok and see how many older individuals are sitting there making a fortune on TikTok. Age doesn't matter. It's your zest, it's your why that's going to make you come out there and people get magnetized towards you. Don't be scared of change. Don't be scared of innovation. So if you're doing something and it's not working, it's time to change and try something new. Don't be scared of trying something new. Discipline is the next thing you can add to it. Discipline is very hard. It's one of the hardest things I can ask from you. They say it takes 66 days to build a habit up. For some people, it's 10 straight days. What if you can commit to yourself to be committed for 2 months to have some discipline? How much of a big change is that going to make in your business? Your care combined with innovation, combined with discipline, and your clear-cut vision, there is no stopping you. This Wealth Makers was going to prosper no matter what, but we need you to prosper. Combine all these things and prosper and leave a legacy that keeps going because your why was just so big, your business had no choice but to catch up to it. I hope this was a great call. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you have about 30 seconds to share your thoughts. Otherwise, we're going to say bye.
Come visit me in Highland Park.
Hey, Highland Park.
Hey, Highland Park.
I just
What
want
do
to
you
say,
do?
hey, real quick, I just want to say, really, really, really glad that Valletta's on the team. She's actually leading my team right now. So she's killing it. And everyone should strive to be like Valletta and to live in Highland Park.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
She is awesome.
Thank you, Janelle. I
Yeah.
wanted to tell everybody, just count your blessings. Like, look around, and look at the screen, and look at all of the beautiful people on here that have so many different pieces that they offer. It's like this puzzle is coming together. We're all different in a way, shape, or form, but we're all coming together, and it's creating a beautiful thing. And we just should keep it up and go inspire the world and help as many
And
people
this
as we
is just
can.
the beginning. Thank you, Pastor.
Beautiful
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
all
you.
for the leaders for your leadership as well. Muhammad, Craig, and all the leaders, Zena. You guys are great. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone. You have a great rest of your evening, and let's just go crazy with our business. Find your why and let your discipline and innovation catch up with that as well. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bless you. Have a blessed
Thank you.
night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.